So you know Ryan Lochte, Olympic gold medalist, the superstar swimmer, the dude with his own platinum grill in the Olympics? Dude does it pretty huge 24/7 and now has his own TV show because of it. On E! Now, called What Would Ryan Lochte Do?
What is the Lochte edge?
Ryan Lochte.
You know, I've never been asked that question, what is the Lochte edge? I honestly have no idea.
That's happening Sunday. E! Network at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central. However, I was thinking when I saw this that this is exactly what bodybuilding needs, specifically natural bodybuilding, and of course have it be geared more towards bodybuilding oriented theme. This is my exact goal for this channel, Nick Wright Bodybuilding, to throw some personality behind competitive natural bodybuilding and mainstream that bad boy. If you're with me, hit the like button. If you're not with me, hit that like button. And if you have no opinion either which way, hit that like button. Comment, share, subscribe now. So what exactly is intermittent fasting? It's simply a time schedule for your meals. It's not an actual diet. It's a schedule in which you allow yourself most of the day to go fasted without eating. And then you have a small window of time in which you fit all of your day's calories into. Now, how long you go fasted is personal preference. Some people go 9 hours, some go 12 to 16, and I've seen some people go as long as 20 to 22 hours fasted without eating a single thing all day long. The longer you go, the less time you have to get all those calories in for the day. So if you have an 8-hour window, you may be able to take all those calories in 4 different meals spaced out throughout those 8 hours. But if you give yourself no more than 2 to 4 hours, you may be limited to 1 to 2 giant meals consisting of your day's calories. Now, intermittent fasting is great in the sense that it proves all the facts we've been discussing on this channel correct, like that meal timing is irrelevant or that there is no limit to how many calories or nutrients you can take in one sitting. But don't let anybody for a minute try to sell you on it, telling you that it's some magical system that's far better than any regular diet, especially when it comes to cutting. I've seen some BS online talking about how it spikes your GH levels way up or it works with your hormones in some amazing way, A, B, C, and D. All that is a really gimmicky, marketable way to sell you on the simple fact that the longer you go without eating, the better anabolic response that meal causes. Which is definitely a good benefit, it's a great perk, but it's so minor and insignificant that it's not going to make or break you either which way. The simple fact of the matter is, intermittent fasting is just a time schedule in which you go a while without eating, get all your meals in a small window of time. Why am I using this? I've gotten fluffy. I love bulking, I love size, I love strength. I could care less about this stay shredded, stay aesthetics fad and trend that's been going on since Ziz, rest in peace. I'm all about size. I like that Derek Poundstone, Ronnie Coleman look. I love size, so I don't mind getting a little bit soft in the off season. However, I've let myself get a little bit fluffier than I wanted to, and summer's coming up. So it's time to commence a very mini cut for summertime. Nothing crazy, I'm not going to get shredded like I was last summer for contest prep, but I want to just bring a little bit of the lines back in, keep the abs going. I want to just pretty up and tighten up a little bit for summertime. My issue is that even using flexible dieting, if it fits your macros, the whole idea that a calorie is just a calorie, which allows you to fit in whatever fun food you want even while you're dieting, which I did for my last show, by the way, proving that it does work very well. I love the calories. I love eating a lot of food. I don't care what type of food it is, I just like eating a lot of it. So if I'm not dieting for a specific competition or a photo shoot, I have a very hard time staying dedicated and on track with that cut. There comes a point where I end up talking to myself wondering, why am I starving myself and I don't actually have to do a competition or anything soon? And then I usually end up saying, screw the cut, I'm just gonna bulk, I'll cut later on. And then it never ends up happening until it comes time for me to step on stage again, of course. So what I tried this time around, one day when I woke up, was going as long as I possibly could into the day without eating a single thing. Fortunately, I don't have that much of an appetite in the morning, so I wanted to milk that and see how far I could stretch that, figuring the longer I go without eating, the less time I'll have to overeat in the night. And it worked. And then I realized, well shoot, I'm doing intermittent fasting right now, just a very sloppy form of it. So what I decided to do was start regimenting it and become a little bit more structured. So now what I do is I'm waking up and I'm going until about 6 p.m. every single day before I eat. I typically go to bed around 3 a.m. every night, so it's not a huge window, although what I'm trying to do is cut my eating time off at about 12 to 1 at night. So the window there is going to be 6 to 7 hours At most, you're getting about an 8-hour window. It's very loose, it's very sloppy right now. It's not strict regimen yet because it's brand new and I'm still adjusting myself to it. But once I get more and more used to it, we're gonna end up having a much more structured structure. And I can tell you this, it's been working amazingly. I go all day long and all morning long fasted. I even train fasted. So what I do every single morning is I wake up, I start off the day with, of course, glucosamine for joint safety and joint health, and then RTN somatonin AM, which is a very natural thermogenic. Now, any thermogenic will work. I also love Cellucor Super HD. Right now, I have RTN somatonin. And what thermogenics are amazing for is not so much fat burning, because that's all done by your diet, but they're great for energy, first and foremost, and appetite suppressing. Has some caffeine in it. Of course, it gives you great energy, but it actually suppresses my appetite amazingly, on top of not having a strong appetite in the morning as it is. I also down a ton of water first thing in the morning with it to help me feel more full, and then I'm good to go. I don't really think about food till about 3 or 4 p.m. And then I hit the gym, which takes up my focus and time. By the time I come back to the gym, it's almost 6 o'clock. It's about time to eat. I already took my before footage of when I was about 184 pounds, and in about 2 weeks, I'll give you my first update on exactly how this cut's going. But remember guys, just calories in versus calories out. Are you on a deficit or a surplus when it comes to getting cut or bulky? So this is what I'm putting down now that it's 6 o'clock p.m. and it's time to eat. If you're interested in any of the RTN somatonin, it is in the info box below, revolutionnutrition.com, and NWB, as always, is a discount code for it. Here's what I be eating. And they're off. 6:30 begins the hour of eating in our 3,000 calorie race to the finish line, beginning with 1 cup of white rice, 8 ounces of honey teriyaki chicken with a Kraft single slice of cheese melted on top of it, doused in ketchup for amazing goodness, followed by, of course, a simple banana for a quick snack of potassium. Then we move on to the ever delicious tuna fish sandwich, measured to the T, right down to the teaspoon of mayonnaise, followed by 1 cup of Captain Crunch Crunch Berries, followed by a 2nd cup of Captain Crunch Crunch Berries in 1% milk, followed by 2 cups of 1% milk with 2 scoops of RTN Bionic Edge Mass Builder, accompanied with 1/2 cup of oatmeal blended in the GNC blender for delicious goodness, and a calorie-dense liquid meal shake. Then we have to have our full day serving of greens, of course, for that dare fiber, so we mix asparagus and green beans in the microwave for our full servings, and then back to the beginning of another bowl of chicken and white rice just to top it all off. It changes up every single day. Today, this is how the cookies crumbled. We are at exactly 2,670 calories total today, 231 grams of protein, 320 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fats. Can he make it to the 3,000 calorie mark, ladies and gentlemen? Find out in the next episode of Nick Wright Bodybuilding. Close grip bench pressing is probably the best tricep exercise next to dips. It is amazing for not only mass building, it really hits that inner head of the tricep and gets that low hanging look. Keeping the elbows tucked in, drive up, back to the center position above your nipples. This is going to really activate your triceps.